This episode's sponsored by LadyFootlocker.com. You have a lot going on. Work, school, friends, kids, cocktail parties. Go prepared and look good while you're doing it. Head to everydaytriggers.tv/lady to save 10% off orders $50 or more at LadyFootlocker.com. Welcome to Common Man Cocktails. I'm your host, Derek Schomer. Today we're going to create the Common Man's ALO Apricot. It's not that long of a name. We've had total worse than that.
Oh yeah, I wrote it wrong.
No, that was it. Common Man's
You put aloe, you put no E at the end.
Oh yeah, you're right. There's no E at the end of aloe because it uses aloe, L-A-L-O, with the little line over for vowel means O instead of aw or something. So this is called ALO Awaken. It's aloe and wheatgrass. This does not sound good at all, but trust me, it's pretty good. And this is what it would look like. They basically, in full disclosure, what ALO did is they asked us actually if we could do anything with aloe because they think that you can make some cocktails. They gave me some suggestions. I didn't take any of them because they didn't have measures with them. I might in the end. There's some with tequila and whatnot, but this was kind of the ultimate creation I just thought up in my head. And I'd like to do another little side video unedited on the side on how I thought about how I came up with some of these because I've done this before. And I don't invent that many drinks, but I kind of enjoy it. I wish I had more time to do that, like less World of Warcraft, more drink inventing. But what they said is, what can you make with this?
Power over that.
I do. No, not really. It's just an addiction level. So what aloe, they sent me a box with a bunch of different flavors. This was one I picked out because we have a pomegranate one, but we kind of drank half of it.
Drinks that you eat.
Yes, they're drinks that you eat. This stuff, you probably cannot see it, but there is little shavings of aloe. Tiny, minute little shavings.
They're not really that minute.
They're thin compared to when you look at aloe. And it's proprietary, I'm sure, and how they managed to do that. But whatever magic they use to slice it up like that, they do it. And so it's got chunky bits to it. Other than that, it's aloe water, 20% juice, all natural, all that stuff. So they said, hey, what can you do with it? And I thought, well, and of course they sent me the box for free to experiment with. And my idea was, it was green. This specific one is green. There's other colors. And my first thought for some reason was gin. It's like the herbal juniper thing that goes on with gin. So I wanted to incorporate gin and aloe together. But I really wanted some other type of flavor, something that wasn't standard. So I went the apricots. So you've already got aloe, which is crazy, right? Nobody really drinks aloe.
You're going to do a side video about how you went about creating this.
You're right, I am. So what I ended up doing is coming up with this 1 ounce of apricot brandy and 1 ounce of gin. So those are your two main core ingredients. Then a ½ ounce of the orange liqueur. I'm using citron. So this is what I tested it all with. So this is what I'm going to use. Use the orange liqueur that you have. 4 ounces of aloe and then a ½ ounce of simple syrup. Sweeten it up a little bit because otherwise it was just a little too green, if that makes any sense. But it was green. So we did 1 ounce of apricots. Woo. And I wanted to, and if you can do this at home, garnish it with an apricot. Just float it right on the top. That was my plan. My plan went awry when my daughter ate all the apricots.
After you told her to.
I told her to like days ago, and she didn't. So I then thought, well, you know what? We got to use these before they rot. And she, this afternoon, thought the same thing. Oh, these aren't going to go very good. We better eat these. So they're gone. 1 ounce of gin. I went with Martin Miller. It's got a little more juniper than like a New Amsterdam, but not as much as, I don't know, some of the other gins. A normal London Dry, in my opinion, has a little more juniper to it. So I wanted a little less. Ah! ½ ounce. And then finally, 4 ounces of the aloe. 2. There's actually a lot in here. I could have made this with a bigger glass. Oh well. Ah! So what I went with was a small glass because typically with herbal drinks or of that nature, you don't want too much of it at a time. Shake that up. But quite honestly, with the little tinge of sweetness with this, I think you can get a bigger glass and be fine. Stick that over there. So you get enough here for a couple people. Literally 2. See, now an apricot would have been so nice on there. So right now you can tell it's definitely got that foggy look to it. It's kind of like a white absinthe almost. But as it sits, it's going to turn green to look more like the aloe drink itself. Sweet apricots. And a little bit of gin. I get, personally, the aloe flavor, which by itself, this is has a tad bit of sweetness to it. Not too much, but just a little bit of juicy sweetness. This kicks it up a little bit, and really, this is here to help counteract some of the gin and the alcohol potency. So you don't get a lot of... Did you get a lot of alcohol when you tasted this?
A little bit at the end, but not a lot.
My goal was to try and remove that a little bit. Make it a little more girly. But you definitely get like the aloe apricot thing. Maybe a little citrus. Just a hint of sweet citrus. Nothing too crazy. You also see that in some gin. So if you use like an American gin like Blue Coat, New Amsterdam, you'll probably get a little bit of extra citrus. Maybe you won't even need the orange liqueur for that. So you get that nice balance of fruit flavors with the aloe. So you're getting a little healthy juice in there as well. And some chunkies. Just a little bit. You get to chew on them after. It's like a dessert or a garnish. Overall, I guess my impressions of the drink is I liked it because I created it, right? I don't know what else I could say, but to experiment with it. And you might, if you could get some aloe, check it out. Just think about juices, just crazy juices, and make a cocktail with it. It's a fun time. All right, there you go. EverydayDrinkers.tv. We're teaching you how to drink.